Hi, I'm here today with Sarah Farr, one of the authors in our new book, We Are All Made of Love, that's releasing February 2nd, 2022. It's a vulnerable and heartfelt collection that'll help restore your faith in humanity and remind you of the true reason that we're all here, transcending all odds through love, connected as one with each other, made of love. We're so excited to celebrate this book and the release coming up. Let me read you Sarah's bio for a moment. Sarah Farr explores investigative journalism, writing about infamous characters from Hamilton, Ontario, and is a researcher for a cold case investigation group. Her piece in the book is called Sudden Blindness, and it can be found in the Love Beyond Sight in the book. Hi, Sarah. Welcome.
Hi there.
So, did you want to tell us a little bit more about your piece and how you came about writing it and why you submitted it for the book?
Well, I mean, it all came about as a result of your time and effort put into sharing writing exercises with everybody. And of course, I took part in one of the writing groups that you were running this through this past year. And so it was one of those spontaneous pieces, which was a free fall piece where things just come out, and was something that I quite liked. And it was about, well, very much like a day like today, where you've got snow on the ground and it's very bright, and you walk from being outside into a darker space, and you have that sudden blindness, which is debilitating, but you know that it's just a matter of time before it passes. So yeah.
Well, and it's lovely too, because that's actually how we ended up meeting over a decade ago as well, is at one of the writing workshops in Hamilton, and being able to connect with free fall writing. And here we are today, still connected and still writing together, which is amazing. And so I appreciate that quite a bit.
It's a great exercise.
Well, and I know a few of the other authors have talked about it as well, and it is something that I am going to include with the launch day bonuses as well, is being able to have instructions about how to do the free fall writing, so that you can do an exercise as well and try it yourself, because there are a lot of pieces in the book that were written from those workshops and in that style and whatever too. And so it's a fun way to be creative. And so did you want to tell us a little bit more about what you are doing with some of your writing and the other things that you're involved with?
Well, right now I'm trying to retrieve a piece of paper from underneath the cat, which is part of the story of Evelyn Dick on it. I was frantically looking for a piece, which I'm just trying to refer to as I finally put all the pieces together for that. I think Hamilton, Ontario has been a great character creator as far as my writing goes, and character building as far as myself, and cats that want to eat wires while I do interviews.
I did hear him purr a little bit ago too.
He's got a squeaky. So let me tell you, this cat, this is Bo. He actually had a guest appearance, I guess. He was a character himself in Still Be Afraid of My Father's House, when Brian Morton did the play adaptation of it. So I recorded Bo purring and we used it as audio background. It was quite fabulous. So he's actually very famous.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, and you are doing a lot of research and work with Evelyn Dick, right?
Yeah, that's been kind of the focus of things for like 6 or 7 years now. It's been a long time, so which is why I'm really feeling like, okay, I need to wrap this up. So like trying to bring together all those pieces now and put it down in a logical form that other people can understand, where it's not just my crazy notes from left, right, and center. You know, we explore a lot of what if, you know. One of the main points being, you hear him? Yeah, he's playing with stuff right now. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is and this is my commitment now to you, is that I had said I would put together a small audio piece for the digital edition. So that's what I'm planning on doing, because you've kindly offered that as another thing.
Oh, you froze up and cut out a little bit.
That's fine. It was just waffle.
You're gonna be able to include a little bit of an audio piece about Evelyn as one of the bonuses in the bonus package on launch
That's
day.
it. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
And so we're excited that that'll be included, because it is a fascinating story, and I know that you have such a way to collect all of your research and everything like that together too. So I'm excited.
Google Drive is a good thing. But now I'm using Scrivener and getting serious.
There's so many amazing writing tools that can be used, so that's really awesome as well. So
yeah, but like I think one of the good things with freefalls, and which is why I sometimes do these writing prompt stories, is that sometimes it's really difficult to get myself to do it. I'm not a natural writer. Like I'm not like, oh, I can write something wonderful. It's more like, but if I don't do these things, I wouldn't have it. So like, as we sat in that group and we gave a line and like I wrote it down, and that would not have been created had it not been for that small moment in time, and I have a lot of most of the, like, my first writing books really were full of stuff from those free fall writing groups. It's what I used to like start publishing my first blog, because I have something that I've written now and I can use that. So
well, and that's I have a separate website that is just the poetry, and I started it in 2011, and it has over 300 pieces on it, and a lot of those came from the writing group in Hamilton that we were part of, and the writing groups that I've run. And I ended up in 2017, I ended up publishing a whole book just of those poems. And it's weird because you can publish them online and they're out for the world, but then as soon as you publish it into a collection and like make it tangible, it's a whole different level of vulnerability too. So it's really interesting, and I'm grateful that we were able to include your piece in this book as well. And what would you say would be a key takeaway that you would like people to have, either from your piece or from you as a person, just a message that you have for people?
I think with that feeling of, my piece is sudden blindness, and I feel like it's that kind of just that state of initial panic when you feel out of control, and just saying, hold on a little bit, because you do regain a sense of understanding. A lot of it is just needing to understand the pieces, so when your eyes are adjusting, you just think like shapes, and it's a vulnerability, and I do kind of like that. I guess that's my little Phil speaking, and I feel it in my horse too when he walks in, because he also has that initial blindness, so you can hear him falter a little too. But we trust that it's all gonna be good, so it's all good. That's what I would come away with. It's all good. There was a comedian, Ben Miner, said this to me in a phone call. He just, it's all good. And the way he said it, I was like, damn. Oh, good. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so your bio and information will be underneath the video. But just to reiterate, you can be found on Instagram at Sarah Write Now, RITE now. And you can also be contacted at sarahwrightnow@gmail.com as well if people want to pre-order.
Sarah with an H, SARAH.
And if people want to pre-order or share some insight or feedback about your piece, then
and if anyone knows where Evelyn and Dick is and what happened to, or knows members of the family, you may contact me for a confidential discussion, which may be recorded.
For sure. That sounds fabulous. And hopefully you can get a couple extra leads to help distract you from publishing things.
Actually, I mean, like the reality is that there's a lot of people that go missing, and a lot of them are kind of, more in dire need of being found than Evelyn. Marianne Stewart, for instance, being one of them. So that's my reality check. I'm not just away with the fairies.
it's it is a very important situation that so many people are going missing, and
Mm,
there's actually a group on Facebook called Ontario Missing People, and because there's enough people even just in Ontario that have gone missing that it warrants a whole Facebook group of people helping
right.
to look for them. And so this is something that needs to have more awareness drawn to it, definitely.
Mm.
And I'm grateful that you are an advocate for that that issue
Well,
in
I
our
try.
society.
I think that, like, sometimes the issue that I've had is that other things start clouding my mind. And you and I have talked about this, and like it can just be like a fist in your head, and
Yeah.
you can't think straightly. Can't think straight. Straightly isn't a word, is there? See?
It's it's okay.
Point,
That's why
point
we have
taken.
editors.
Wipe that out. That is why you need control of your brain. Exercise the brain.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, I love that we've been able to be connected and stay connected all of this time and be creative together. And, hopefully we can inspire some people to create their own things and to get involved more in issues in the community as well. And, there are quite a number of authors from Hamilton in this book, which is a lot of fun and I'm grateful for as well. And I'm really happy that you were able to join here today for a few
Thank
moments to
you.
help discuss the book.
Yay.
So again, the We Are All Made of Love is going to be available on February 2nd, 2022 on Amazon, and on each of the authors you can pre-order from them as well as Sarah. So thank you so much, and we'll sign off. Thank you.